Sanjith.
This way.
This way.
Yeah, stay.
Hey everyone, my name is Sanjith and I'm 12 years old and I study in 8th grade in Alston Ridge Middle School. Have you ever wanted to meet your grandparents or parents or any of your family members that are not in this world anymore? Or have you ever wanted to see what's happening in the future right now? Well, I'm sure everyone wants to, and I would too. Today, I will be talking about finding a way to time travel. First of all, what is time travel? Time travel is going to certain points of time. For example, going to the past or going to the future. And there are certain rules to time travel. And the most important rule is, if you go to the past and change something, the future and present will also change. And also you can see yourself in the past and the future. And there are many movies and TV shows about time travel. Some of them are Back to the Future, The Flash, Doctor Who, and Avengers Endgame. And my favorite is The Flash because it's about superheroes and they use real physics in it. And since we are on the topic of movies and shows, how did people time travel with them? So in most movies and shows, people time travel by using big machines. For example, in Back to the Future, they use a flying car to time travel. And in Avengers Endgame, they use quantum mechanics to time travel. I would create a similar machine. So, has anyone already started working on time travel? Yes, someone has. His name is Ron Mallett. And when Ron Mallett was 10 years old, his dad died due to a heart attack. And that changed his life forever. About a year after his dad's death, he read a book called The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. And that changed his life once again. Ever since then, he started researching about black holes and time travel. And he's also tried building a time machine, but he wasn't successful. But he is getting closer though. So how do we time travel? According to Albert Einstein's theory of special relativity, the closer we get to the speed of light, the slower time will get for us. So this means the faster we go, the slower time will get. But it will only get slow for us. For everyone else, time will be moving normally. And this has been proven by two twin astronauts, Scott Kelly and Mark Kelly. Even though they are twins, Scott Kelly is older. And Scott Kelly spent 520 days in Earth orbit, while Mark Kelly spent 54 days in space. Since Mark Kelly was moving faster than Scott Kelly, he became 5 milliseconds older than Scott Kelly. So what this means is, if we somehow go faster than the speed of light, then we'll be able to go back in time. And there's something called quantum entanglement that travels at about 3 trillion meters per second. That's about 10,000 times faster than light. So now that we found out how to go to the past, how do we go to the future? There's a popular theory called wormholes. And wormholes are shortcuts in space-time. According to the theory of relativity, they might exist. So if we find one, we can go through it and go to the future. So now we figured out how to time travel. So how do we make it into a machine? Well, before that, there are some challenges to time travel. And one of the challenges is achieving the speed of light. The fastest vehicle humans have built is a Bugatti car, and it travels at 136 meters per second. And light travels at 300 million meters per second. The Bugatti is nowhere near close to the speed of light. And to make a machine faster than light, we need tons of money. So I would get help from lots of scientists and labs to make a rocket with an engine that uses quantum entanglement. When the rocket reaches a certain speed, we'll be able to click a button and then the quantum entanglement will start happening in the engine, and that will cause the rocket to go faster than light speed. And then we'll go back in time since we're going faster than light. So how will humans survive such high speeds? Well, when humans go faster than the speed of light, their mass will increase a lot. So we'll create a spacesuit that can handle such high speeds. And wormholes are not proven to exist, so we would create a very big telescope that can see farther than ever before, and then once we find a wormhole, we'll study it very carefully and implement it into the rocket so that when you click a button, front of the rocket, and you can go through it and go to the future. And we would need to test the rocket too, so I would send dogs and apes to test it. And if it works, then we'll try it for ourselves. And if it doesn't work, then obviously we'll keep improving it. And if we get stuck in the time period we go to, then there'll be a button you can click to come back to the exact time period you left from. And all buttons will be labeled with names so that you'll know which one to click. And I would give rides to people for a very low cost of $1,000 per day. And about 20 people will fit in the rocket. And for my friends and family, it will be free. So where would I go if I was able to time travel? Well, I would go to the dinosaur age to see if they actually look like what they look like today. And I would go to the time where apes are still evolving into humans. And finally, I would go very far into the future to see what the planet looks like and maybe get some ideas. I hope you guys enjoyed my speech, and I also enjoyed.
Thanks, Sanjith. And I'm pretty sure every one of us here will have a time and place that we would want to go as well. Now, how many of you have heard a term called poker face? Poker face? You know what poker face is? Yeah? What is it?
So like you have to. No.
It's a phrase meaning
Like
when
you
you're
have to keep a straight face.
Yeah, it's a mystery face. When you play the game of poker, you're not supposed to reveal any clues about what cards you've got, like whether you've got a happy face or sad face, nothing. An emotionless face. You can't even know what the other person has. Now, a kid I have seen with poker face is Sanjith. By looking at him in the class, you can't guess, impossible to guess what he thinks. If he smiles, it means he's extremely funny. Right? A person who has very deepful thoughts, and when he chose this topic, I was very excited. Time travel is one of my favorite topics as well. And he has done a lot of research into it in terms of what all possible, how to travel back in time, how to travel future in time, and we all have seen a lot of movies about it. It's a great job, Sanjith. Well done. All right. Who's next?